All right. Whoop. As I bump the table and we're live. Perfect. That is the perfect way to start off the stream. So pretty much. So what we're gonna do today, and I know we're making good progress. We are making good progress on. We made really good progress on the village last night. There's just there's a few things that I need to grab. So what I'm thinking, what we'll do tonight is I got 8 shulker boxes here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fly around and we're gonna look. I wish I had slow touch on that, but whatever. It is what it is. We're gonna fly around. We're gonna say hi to all the villages. We're gonna obviously we need to take coordinates of this place, but just so that way we have it. But we're gonna fly around. We're gonna essentially explore our world. Now there are a few things that I'm gonna grab before we go. I think bottles of enchanting are gonna be very important to make sure our elytra doesn't fail on us. And I think we're gonna need just some other things in general. So, God, that scared me for a second there. I'm not gonna lie. Thought we about had a creeper in the house. That would have been very bad. Anyways, so here we are. We're off, and we're gonna essentially just go on an adventure today. That's what it's gonna be. As always, we still have the giveaway going. It's pretty simple. Uh, a follow is an entry. Talking in chat entry. We have a Discord set up. If you got the Discord, the chest. What do you mean by that, Wolverine? The wallet chest? Yeah. It was terrible before. This is actually like organized, so. But yeah. So, yeah. We got Discord, we got StreamWord in there, Twitter, all that stuff goes towards. It's a completely free giveaway, essentially. So. Oh yeah, we've been playing on this world for a while now, but we need all of it. So, what do I need? I need this. Yeah, I'm on Java right now, so let's see. We're gonna get some. Hopefully, we can sleep through the night. Hopefully, this rain. Yep, it's caused by the night. Yeah, jump out real quick to show you the extent of what we've done so far. Yeah, we play. Or I play only on. Yeah, I tend to stick with Java. I like it better. The Yeah, this is all in survival, so it's been pretty fun streaming it also. Missed that by a bit. Anyways, that should take care of him. We're gonna get some bottles of enchanting going. Yeah. Hey Wolverine, thank you so much for the follow. It really does mean the world. And yeah, so I tend to stick with Java, but yeah, unless if like, hey, I can't read. It's all right. I can't read. As long as you show up, you got your entry, so that's good. And it's awesome, Illuminati, that your notifications are working. But yeah, I I tend to play Java. If I ever want to play with my little brother, he has Bedrock, so I jump on that with him if he ever wants to. So, but yeah, right now we're gonna get bottles of enchanting, and I know it's like, why do you need bottles of enchanting with that many levels? Um, it's gonna be for our elytra, because what we're doing is we are gonna go essentially just explore. That's what our goal is gonna be. We're gonna explore. We're gonna find different things. We're gonna. Our goal is to find. Right now the world isn't open. Right now we're building the community first, and then we'll like set up a tier list for like worlds and all that. So yeah. That's essentially how I want it to operate because well, there are such thing as griefers in the world of Minecraft, so I'm not gonna risk my stream worlds. All right, I can't read. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy camping. Yeah, like I said, like I've said in streams past, we're probably a couple month or a couple of weeks away from being able to have people join. It's just it's all a vetting process. Yeah, but we're gonna. Well, we don't allow griefers. Griefers is the number one thing we do not allow. But yeah, so take off. Uh, yeah, we're just gonna go this way. I think I know there are some areas where we can possibly find sea turtles here. At least there's an ocean biome, so that's what we're looking for. And then we'll obviously be going. Yeah. Well, that's a good sign. So I should say that's a good thing. Cause yeah, griefing is like the one thing it bugs me the most that it happens. Cause it's like everything in Minecraft takes time, so to like go through and blow it up immediately if it's not something that's world generated doesn't make sense. No, we don't do hacks. It's all survival. It's all survival. All the time. But yeah, uh, so the reason we're looking for sea turtles is because along with our village, I also want to start making a gold farm. Well, for a gold farm to work really well, you need turtle eggs, which what it does is it aggroes the zombie piglins, which then in turn will go just blatantly running straight towards them. You'll be able to make them fall down a hole, and boom, zombie or gold farm. So that's the reason we need sea turtles, and I saw a couple there. Now the question is there anywhere seagrass nearby? It's only one of you, buddy? Only one of you, buddy? What's that over there? Hmm. Hmm. Odd. Alright. Not really anything in here, so we'll just be on our merry way. And that was creepy. God, that really does stink. Look, and like I said, that's part of the reason why I'm just holding off on opening up the world right now is because people who look out to grief aren't going to stick around for weeks on end. All right, Illuminati, that's all good. You do you. But yeah, the way I see it, people who grief don't tend to stick around very long. So as long as we hold it off, we get a good group going, and it's like as long as we have those prerequisites in place, like everybody has to kind of vet you in a way. I think we can form a pretty good world with pretty good rules. So I know I'm gonna also open up, or not open up, swap one of my current world I actually don't use anymore since I'm streaming on this one so often. Um, swap that over to like a awesome. Sounds good, Wolverine. But we'll swap that over to like more open, not as strict, stringent server. So, but yeah, it'll be fun. Basically, looking for sea turtles, and like, that's the goal of it. So, it's gonna be a lot of what today's stream is. It's just flying, flying, farther and farther. God. I never knew the aquatic update was so cool until I got the elytra, because this is something you don't see, right? Like, unless if you're like right next to it when it starts, you don't really see this. Like, if you don't have an elytra, you're not gonna like just quickly be able to spot it and really get the full view of it. I think it's just absolutely awesome. How as you grow in worlds, you're able to see so much more. It's so cool. Ooh. Maybe we'll go on a buried treasure. Okay, that was a pirate. That was a pirate. That full blown was a pirate. Ooh, maybe we'll go on a for some buried treasure. I will openly admit that was a pirate. Buried. Hey, Mason the meme, good to see you back again tonight. And yeah, we're just going on an adventure. What's up? Yeah, essentially, we're just journeying around. We're discovering our world. I don't know why I have the hoe, but I do. So if we die, good news is we'll lose the hoe. Yeah, so we're basically just journeying around. Ooh, that's what we needed. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Thank you, buried treasure, for pointing us in the right direction. Hello, I have some seagrass, and I think y'all would love some. Hello. Goodbye. Alright. Now we get Jimmy Woo out. As they make their eggs. Oh, look at that. So precious. Oh, that just sounds terrible. I feel bad about that. Why do I feel bad about that? Oh, that sounded terrible, but they're not hurt. They're not hurt. It just sounded bad. That just sounded so bad, and I don't know why. I've never heard that sound before. Here I am, just casually sitting at. Oh, that sound. We're obviously going to need more than that, but if we're able to make our own turtles and have a controlled environment, it's not going to be as bad. So, yeah. Anyways, off to find a treasure. It might help if we had a rocket. Off to find the treasure. And we glitched. So, yeah, like I don't want to lose the hoe. This is gonna be a fun one. I can feel it. It's gonna be a fun one. Like the hoe is one thing, right? Or not the hoe. The armor is one thing. We can replace the armor. The hoe is a pain. like to replace the hoe, it's just like nah, brah. Nah, we're not about that. I don't think they would put it underwater, but at the same time, I feel like they may put it underwater. Not there. Could I please have my bed? Thank you. Yeah. Still got a little bit of what's going on, or what was going on yesterday, but it's not as bad today. I mean, I've been sneezing a lot today, but the cough has gone away, so that's good. I'm gonna dig up this entire side and not find anything. Aren't I? Good thing for the helmet, though, right? If I didn't have the helmet, imagine how much of a pain this would be right now. Found it! Ooh, that's what we needed. I don't get how they're cooked. Why are they cooked? They shouldn't be cooked. So come up here. Break that. Pull out. Let's go with this shulker box, right? So that buried treasure map is no more. So we'll get the heart with the C. Emeralds. Da-da. Those will actually come in handy. Because what we want is... Okay, I can get one of these out. The sand in there. There's a bit of it. But yeah, so essentially, we were looking for turtle eggs, which we've got, so that's all good. We got turtle eggs. And then we're gonna go look around. Why would I put that in there? Why would I put any of this in here? Well, because I need space. We're gonna go look around for whatchamacallit, deserts and gravel mountains, and we're gonna essentially be looking around for those because I want to keep those somewhere I'm gonna see it. We're gonna be looking for stuff, or we're gonna be looking for things to help us. So the village we're working on is gonna be concrete heavy, so obviously we need a lot of sand and gravel. But there's also going to be more ways that I want to incorporate different colors of concrete. So, yeah, we're going to just explore our world. I think it's something important to do. I think it's good to know where stuff's at in relation to where we are. So it's good to know, like, okay, if I head this way, I'm eventually going to run into this. If I head this way, we're going to eventually run into that. Yada yada yada. Talkie. Yeah. So. Let's see. Get nothing over here, really. Just keep flying. And we do have the coordinates saved this time, so we can pretty much go free range without being worried about, like, getting lost. So we do have that. So we don't need to worry about that. It's going to be our elytra if our elytra breaks, or if some other thing happens. So if we die, then we're going to need our coordinates of where we die. Everything will be lost. Maybe. Hopefully not. That'd be sad. And right now it's just a bunch of world loading in. So we're going to take a second. Take a second right here. Let the world kind of catch up, because we are loading a lot right now. Well, that's kind of the thing that happens though when you're flying around, is you outpace the world. In a way. Like, if we haven't loaded any of this stuff, we're not going to really see it. And it's going to occasionally say, you know what, you're done flying for the half a second. These are what I want. These are what I want. So, come here. And now. Alright, that's totally a way to get it into your inventory. We're gonna go like this. So I'm not 100% sure how TNT would work on this stuff. I mean, imagine it would probably be about the same. The issue is that our shovel isn't Silk Touch. Like if our shovel was Silk Touch, oh, it'd make it so much easier. But yeah. We're gonna be insta-mining this like crazy. Ah, we've uncovered coal. Alright. Yep, bored of that, so we're gonna give blasting a try. When in doubt, when you can use TNT, use TNT. Let's go. And we'll see basically how this goes. Because the worst thing that happens is that it converts like half of it into flint. Like that is the worst thing that happens. But it doesn't seem to be doing too bad right now. We've already got a stack of gravel. So yeah, I think the only way we're collecting resources is TNT. We're gonna need to construct a tree farm, but that's not gonna be a problem. We're gonna do target practice here. We're doing mining the fun way, target practice style. We got the far target. We got the medium target. We got the close target. Now we run away before the close target blows us up. Perfect. I will say, I just like this mining technique so much better. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it is slightly more entertaining than walking back and forth with a shovel. There's just a part of me that kind of says that. Ooh. Wonderful. Missed that. Overshot that. Undershot that. Just right. Undershot that one. Undershot it still. Overshot it. Perfect. Oh, but I hit that one? Okay, whatever. There's just a bit more mystique when you do it like this, right? Or not mystique. There's just a bit more of an entertainment factor. Like, it goes quicker. You know, it doesn't make sense why it does, but it does. And it's nice. Like, in this short amount of time, we've already collected this much gravel. I've also collected quite a bit of flint, so that's a positive. It's always a positive. Plus, that, go like that, like that. Run! Fly away. Ooh. Oh, Mr. Chicken, you might not want to stand there. Oh, Mr. Chicken, okay. Mr. Chicken, all good. Mr. Chicken is all good. Alright, so. Increase the beat. The grabs. Perfect. And we might not fill up all 4 shulker boxes. We might just clear out this area. What we can, and then go from there. Obviously, we'll need to find a desert, which I think I know where there is one at, so. But yeah. And as we go, so if this doesn't take too long, we'll plan on really more or less laying out the village. Like, so how the village square will look, how everything will tie together. I know we built that bridge, so. Oh yeah, that was an overshoot, obviously. So we'll see how everything works with that. how things go with that, so perfect. Ooh. Yes, I've come for your coal, or for your gravel. I would take your flint, but your flint is not that necessary. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day. See you next fall. Hi, my name's Tom. Hi, my name's Jill. Let's see. Always makes your butt cheeks clench a little, doesn't it? Perfect. Yeah. So this is very much so the faster way to go with collecting gravel. Just anything in general, honestly, at this point it seems like. Which is a nice thing. It's really nice. Because let's be honest, it's really explosive and really fun. So wonderful. Yes. Hello. Yep. And then like that. God, I just love the sound of it. Just love the sound of it, don't you? Like that. And like that. Perfect. Let's do this. Why do I have the weather so high? Why? Why do I have the weather so high? Why? Oh, why? Is my weather so high? Let's see. Like so. Yep. Perfect. That's a good value. That's a good value. Yeah. It still feels a bit loud. Like eventually the mystique, the charm of explosions can get a bit repetitive. Let's see, right like this. We might actually be able to fill up one of the bulk boxes, shulker boxes with flint if we keep going at this rate. Right like that. Let's do this. That's all full of gunpowder. So the flint in the TNT box for now. But yeah, so we're already almost 2 boxes full. I think that should be good, at least to be able to get our layout done. Once we get to 2 full block... Blah, 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 blah. Once we get to 2 full shulker boxes. I keep on saying bulk boxes, and it's all related to work, and I don't want to relate it to work. Because then that's sad boy time. So yeah. Let's see. Place that right there. A boomy boom. This is totally ending up on my strange addiction. All he did was blow stuff up with TNT. I don't know why he considered that streaming. He just did. Well, this week on this stream, we're blowing stuff up. What about next week? We're blowing stuff up. About the week after that, we're blowing stuff up, but in real life. What? So, perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Wonderful. We are decimating this land, though, aren't we? Like that. Like that. Why is TNT so loud? Perfect. Oh, we got a little bit of granite from that one. Little bit of granite. Oh, it's all good. Wonderful. Perfect. I'm gonna be honest, getting quite a bit of gravel from this one too. Seems laying down more increases the speed at which you gain. Interesting. Interesting. It's weird how that works like that. It's really not, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So we don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that. Essentially, we just need the gravel. Just here for the gravel. So, come up here. It should fill our second shulker box easily. So we'll go with that. So we'll actually take and put all the flint into this one, and then we are going to go off and find a desert. A desert. So, and we'll take all of these, put it in here. Wonderful. So, like that. I think we gotta fly back this way. My money's on we gotta fly back this way. Ooh. Ancient temple. Or not ancient temple. Abandoned portal. Why would I say ancient temple? No, but so the reason why we need or why I want okay. The reason why I want to get how do I say it? Turtle eggs is mainly for the reason of the gold farm. But the reason why we want the gold farm Yep, there we go. We're finding our thoughts. We're finding our thoughts. The reason we want the gold farm is so that we can make golden apples pretty much infinitely with villagers. That was shockingly close. Okay. Yeah, so we're going the right way. I've been to this desert before. Um, but yeah, so we can get golden apples so that we can actually increase our favor with the villagers so that we can get good trades. Because we'll turn them all to zombies. Okay, we'll turn them all to zombies. Okay, you following me? You following me? We're turning them all to zombies. All the zombies in the world. All of them. They're all going to zombies. And then, I don't know why I'm doing the hand motions. I don't have a webcam. Hey, desert. So, it'll go all zombies, and then we'll cure them all, right? Cure them all, and then we'll be able to get really good trades with all of our villagers. And then we'll have to luck off and make sure that no zombies ever actually get into our villager trading hall, because that is not a good deal. I have lost many villagers that way already. Essentially, it was a whole troll in the dungeon scene, and it was not a good day. It was not a good day. I went, yes, we have all the iron in the world, and I came and I had no villagers to trade said iron with. It was a sad day. It was a sad day. Anyways, so we're laying the minefield of TNT for the snad. That's a little too close. And essentially why we're doing it like this is because it nets a lot of TNT. Like, it's like, yeah, we're using TNT or sand to get... Nets a lot of TNT. Well, it does technically. You do actually get a lot of TNT from it. No, but what I mean is we're doing this so that we can get a lot of... oh my gosh, my brain right now. A lot of sand for our concrete. Like, doing it this way actually helps with the process. Okay, come on. Yep, there we go. Got that one. I am not just wasting my bow for no reason. Just wasting it for no reason at all. Okay, really gotta work on the aim. Really gotta work on the aim. But yeah. And after I saw like how quickly this will gather up sand in another video of somebody else, I was like, it would be stupid not to do it this way, right? And then also seeing that it works for gravel is another very good thing. Like, obviously gravel you want to use Silk Touch because you will get more gravel that way, but at the same time it's like, well, if you don't have Silk Touch, you might as well just use TNT. Right? Like, that's a thought, right? Let's see. And we're all full. Perfect. But yeah. Already half a shulker box full. Throw some of these things in there. It's just taking up inventory space. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. So, just keep climbing, just keep climbing. It's also nice to know where, like, everything is. See? I don't know how that connected. I think I'm just going to talk about my book. I think that'll do. No. So today was a very good day. It was a very, very good day. So in my Discord, I shared a photo. Say photo, it's a drawing. But so I'm working on this book called Polarized, right? So my artist is going through, and we are now 22 pages until all the pages are done. Probably. Like I've done a stream where we built another one of the sets for Polarized way back 4 weeks ago. And yeah, it's I'm excited. We just got the second page today, and it is looking incredible. I know my artist Enzo has been working on it nonstop, or not necessarily nonstop, but been working on it and has made it something incredible. Like to see and feel the characters come to life. It's awesome, and it's like this is really starting to happen. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's not necessarily the most family like drawing wise. It isn't like me talking about it. It is because I'm only gonna talk about the good stuff. I'm gonna talk about how Lucas is a redeeming character. Or not a redeeming character. How Deidre is a redeeming character. Lucas is the one who always looks for the good. Like, it doesn't matter who he's facing, he's looking for that good side. Like, what's the point of being a hero if you're not going to try to find everybody's good side, if you're not going to try to appeal to them and to truly, truly ending it. Or not ending it, that is a terrible way to put it. But, and like, truly, like, entice them to turn from their ways, like actually like hang up the villain mantle, turn their life around, and actually give society a chance. Like that's who he is as a hero. It's like that's what I want him to be known for. As the hero that has too big of a heart. I think it'll be cool. I'm excited. The page that I got today it continues to reaffirm the skill of my artist, and I'm sitting here going, I need to lock this guy down for the long term. If I don't lock him down for the long term, then somebody else is going to come along, say they're really good. We want them. We're going to take them, and we're going to build a franchise with them. It's like I selfishly I want to do that, but because I know what my plans are. Like I have a plan, something planned that I really haven't talked about. That truly is going to be something that is, by the end of it, is far bigger than the book. I want it to be far bigger than the book. Like, if the book is a bigger deal than what that is, I almost consider the book a failure. It's like I want people to like the book, I want people to read the book, I want them to follow the book, but I don't want them to idolize it. What I want instead is them to find a community. Place that they can call, like, their safe haven. And this other thing that I'm thinking about, or that I plan on doing, not thinking about, I plan on doing this. This is one thing where it's like, yes, this is going to happen, and this is going to be awesome when it, like, is fully realized. But it's just going to be cool. It's the hopes I have for it, the ideas that I have for it, it's all just really cool. I'm excited for it. And it is going to be much bigger than in my opinion, it's going to be much bigger than the book. Like the book is like trying to establish this goal, but in reality, it's not gonna really be able to. Like the book on its own isn't necessarily going to be able to reach the fruition of its goal, or it's not going to allow its goal to flourish on its own. But with this by its side, it's going to be fully realized. It's going to be completely. Missed that. It's going to help fulfill the goal of the book. There was another piece of TNT right there. Did I know that? No. Was I surprised? Very much so. So, wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Fly. Fly, you fools. That was why can I not name it? Why can I not name it? That was a Lord of the Rings reference for any of those Lord of the Rings fans out there. Yeah. I'm excited. Like, I know it's like when I talk about the book and I don't have anything really to share about it or like to show about it, like when there's nothing like tangible, it's like, okay, you're just talking about something that's all in your head. But this is starting to bring it to the tangible sector where it's like what is actually happening is beyond cool. Like what's about to happen with the book is beyond cool in my opinion. Because somehow, some way through all the troubles we've had with the book, through all the headaches of trying to figure out how to make it all work, it's coming together. And that is insane, like to think about, like how everything now is. It feels like it's all coming together, and it's all becoming something far better than what I could have thought it would ever be. Like people are excited that when they see it, it's awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, so I guess I kind of my mind's a little distracted on it. I don't want to say my brain is distracted on it, but it kind of is. Like I would love it. I cannot wait for the day when this book is out and I'll be able to like fully talk about it with people, like full spoilers, all that, because it's like it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, it's like I actually had an interesting thing at work today. So I got the page, I showed my coworkers, and the one went, it's weird how the name it or so one of the names is Kristen, but it's spelled Kristin. And he was like, "It's weird. I normally have only ever seen it with a K." It's like, well, no, that's kind of the reason. Is and this is true with a lot of the characters. Is the name has more meaning than what people necessarily give it. It's like you have a lot of generic names, but like Steve, Bucky, stuff like that, just because it's on my brain. Sam, all that, where it's like, yeah, okay. Like they don't necessarily have the names have meaning, but their characters that are the names is what the meaning is. But this is within the names right now. Tingle scrap. What? What's that supposed to mean? um, but right now with the book, it's like the names mean more than what people will necessarily realize. Like there's one character whose name it's my little brother's character or the character I based off my little brother. His name is Callus, which is a Greek titan of destruction. Now, I will say, not really like that important in the first book. Like, really just kind of a side character at the end. Later on, Callus has meaning. Like, there's another character called Angeline who winds up being Speed Angel. I love the character of Speed Angel. Like, besides Lucas, like for actual like character development, Speed Angel is probably my favorite, just because of like what the storyline will be for that character. I am a creeper expert. If you're wondering, I am a creeper expert. I study and I harness the powers of creepers. No, it's a weird like tactic, but within the past 20 minutes we've been able to get 3 full shulker boxes of sand. So I know it's a weird tactic, but and I didn't even use a full stack of TNT. But it does work. It does work. It's like, yes, it is very weird, but it works. It's a good weird. Make sure I'm using Jimmy Woo. I do not want to make another one of those. But yeah, so now we're going to go back. We're going to look more at the village standpoint. I want to get a good layout of it. Like we're going to set it up where we got like market stands. I think the one side we're going to have to make sure that we got the ones. Oh, why is my brain blanking? We're gonna need to figure it out. So we got like a. What we plan on having as one side is a garden. We're gonna have like the town square area. It's gonna be all carts and like merchants, and then we're gonna have like a actual like here's our physical shops. Here's our. I so close to just flying right past that. So yeah, we got like this little river here. We'll set it up where we got the merchants there. We got roads leading down. This will be like our little garden area. We'll weave around and in, and yeah. So we're gonna have to delete that mountain. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna require that box a lot. It's my fun box. I consider it my fun box. Now we're gonna lay down our ender chest. And we're just gonna go throw a lot of this stuff in our system. I'm actually going to set up those eggs in a safe spot. Perfect. We're gonna put the eggs in a safe spot where they can breed, because zombies of all sorts like to stomp on eggs. So having them near open areas is not necessarily a good idea. But we're also gonna throw a couple of these in here. Oh, that one's not full, so we won't throw that one in. Oh, the stolen cookies of mayonnaise. Throw this in here. We'll go get this stuff all smelted down. We got the golden carrots. The golden carrots are kind of valuable. That's also a valuable. This is also a valuable. Well, you should probably put the valuables in the valuables, don't you think? Got that in there. Clock is redstone. Yep, because I already have one. Miscellaneous. That can go there. We'll get that stuff burned down. This can go here as well. A lot of storage systems. It's just taking time to make sure that it all is all set up. So We also got to work on this area because we really should not be just flying in like this. Oh, and we've left that running the entire time. Oops. No reason why we left it? Yeah, probably. We don't need to take the enchantments off. Just throw them in. Okay. Okay. So, we're going to take the snad. I'm going to take about as much black dye as we can. Miscellaneous. All the black dye that we have. Also got light gray dye. Wonderful. That. That. Light gray dye. Wonderful. We're going to need more. That. More that. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. So, we got that. Got our shulker boxes. We will. I got that over there. It's all good. I got that over there. Wonderful. Missed it by that much. Have a crafting table over here, right? We have to. Nope, we don't. Cool. So we'll grab that in there. Pull that out. Set these down. Whatever shall we do? It's not like we can't just go cut down a tree that's probably in the way. Like that one over there, that little one. Right like that. This one. So, wonderful. I'm actually gonna also go grab bricks. I need this. I'm so close to hitting that. So close, like just so close. Like that was just so close. That's right. We had that in there because that's all the stuff that we used last time, huh? So yeah. Like this. Probably can fly a bit. We're setting up camp here, right? So, gonna lay out the road. Just gonna do one by one strips here. This is just slightly off, isn't it? No, that's right. Why is my brain doing this to me? My brain does not need to be doing this to me. So, this will come out here. This. So this is going to be the much more uniform part of the village. This is where all of our shops are going to be, where all the villagers have their jobs, yada yada yada, stuff like that. So it's going to be the much more uniform spot of the village. So it's going to be a lot less of the curvy windiness of the home area. Because obviously you're selling land, you want it all to look uniform, right? So we go like this. We'll come in and fill out the roads later. It's just not something we necessarily need to do right now, as we're focusing more on the layout of the entire guild. So we'll actually have a raise here. That sounded weird. What I actually want is we're gonna raise it up one here. Like we're gonna raise the entire shelf one, so that we have a bit more of like splitting the town in a way. Like that. We're essentially we're trying to split the town, is what we're trying to do. So we're going to go up like this, up again, and this is actually where our road is going to be up one. Here. Wonderful. Obviously, we'll have a side shoot right here. Here. And as we go, there will be like spots where we can go, well, what if we did a little alley right here? Actually, is like a good idea. So we'll work it out. We'll work it out as we go. So like right here's a block. There we go. Let's go this side of it. Like this. This would come out here. Wonderful. What I actually want is I want this to wrap around in a way and come back down, and we'll meet back down on this level. Meet back down on this level. So it kind of connects the village. It's like you can go in this loop and essentially just like a shopping mall. It's like, or not a shopping mall. Oh, kind of like a shopping mall. Yeah, it is. It's exactly like a shopping mall. Oh my gosh. But where it's like, okay, so we got all these different sections of the store. This is right there. Where what am I thinking? I'm thinking something. So we'll go up one level here. Come over here, extend this out. But so essentially what it is I'll actually come down a level on this side as we're going. Oh, if we come down once we turn, that should work. Yeah, like that. There. Yeah. And just like the cough starts coming back. So yeah, so that will connect up there. This will come here, like so. Then, yep. Like that. So we'll come in, we'll put a slab here and there. That'll essentially signify our it'll be our land working its way up. Where all of a sudden we have these two levels that kind of separate they combine the levels, and at the same time they what am I thinking? I'm thinking something and I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, so this is why is this 5 wide? Why is this 5 wide? Who said it could be 5 wide? Actually, we'll leave it 5 wide. This will be like where people are crossing between each other, so it works if it's 5 wide. It all works. You just kind of got to go with it. Yep. Just gotta roll with the punches. So actually, I want to do this kind of slow the climb to it. So Why did I... What? How did I end up down here? So, get that all set up. Yeah. Kind of come off. This is the spot that's leading into the garden. So come off here. Here. Actually right here. Alright, like this. Wonderful. And yes, if you're new to the stream, that little rose is important. We cannot get rid of that little rose. We will have that rose on display, and we will be proud of it. So that's 4 wide there, so that's going there. And for the garden, I think I will actually change up the path. Like, I don't think I'll have it be brick. It'll probably be... I'll look for something that fits it a bit better, so it makes it a bit more naturey. So, but for now, we're just... It's a placeholder for now. So we'll come here. Notice so far it is very easy to make straight lines. It's very easy to make straight lines. But if we're just going for layout, basic layout, it'll be fine. So essentially what we'll need to do is actually come up here. You do not need to break so much, you darn shovel. So this is coming here. Cut out that one. So we go 4 away from that. 4 away from that. It's right there. And now we'll wrap this around. Like so. That didn't even make a noise. Why didn't that make noises? I'm confused. So wrap this around like this. That works out. Because like we're gonna start small for now, right? We're gonna start small from now. We're gonna build up the garden. It's gonna be all over here, but for now it's just we're encompassing our most valuable possession, which is a rose. Our most valuable garden possession. A single rose. That was gifted to us by the iron golems of Original. The likes and sorts of Mr. Golem and his brethren and kin. As they defended our lands, as they defended us from wicked and evil deeds. We pay homage to them with the single puppy. Now that got really dark and weird really quick. Now didn't it? Obviously, we want to be closer to the poppy here, so we put the road a little bit closer here. Like that. Perfect. I can feel a sneeze coming on. I can feel it. Wonderful. And like I said, we'll probably mix it up with like coarse dirt, cobblestone, stuff like that. A bit more broken, earthy objects. So mossy, cobblestone, stuff like that. So like we'll take off this corner here. We'll replace it probably. I'll take that like that. But yeah. I'll actually probably go and get some of that coral stuff and we'll deepen this out. If we did that just now. Just deepen this like this. And then eventually, what we could do, okay, I'm getting it. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna split off the path here, right? Right, we're splitting off the path. We're going off the broken trail. So visualize it, build it. Go in here. Go in here. One, two. Go in here. Down like so. What we'll do here is, since this is a garden, I figure we probably should have some sort of wildlife. That's the word I'm looking for. Wildlife. So we'll actually make use of those turtles that we got not too long ago. We'll build a bit of a beachfront here. Hopefully we have enough room. We'll probably build the beachfront on this side, actually. That way we keep them away from everybody. They can come up close. They can see them swim. So that's what we'll do. And like this. Wonderful. And if you're wondering, I'm coming up with most of this on the fly. Like I see it and I just go, oh yeah, actually, that'd be really cool. We could have the turtle den. The turtle den. I really got to learn how to work with banners because then we can label it across the top. Turtle den. We'll hollow this out a bit, like so. We will have you know, I really don't need the resources that bad. I think we're gonna do a little explodey in there. And the reason why I'm gonna do the little explodey is so that we can get like more of a natural feel. Like I'm not really, like as we've seen here, I'm building more in straight lines than I am curves. So the reason to build with explodies, yes, I did say build. The reason to build with explodies is so that we get this more natural occurring shape. Like it's gonna look weird, yes, I'm well aware of that. But at the same time, it's gonna be more natural. So we come in here, and we actually have like this natural come down or go down into this little hole here. So we'll get a couple more, open it up a little bit more. Call it good. So believe it or not, yes, TNT can be seen as a building block if you're going for a natural look. Oh my gosh, I am gonna end up on TLC on all the Stranger Addictions, aren't I? I am. They're totally right on that. They are totally right on that. What's your strange addiction? TNT. What? What? What do you mean TNT? Yeah, TNT. But it does open up a nice hole. We'll be able to put a secondary pond in there. So once we build up the size of our turtles, we'll be able to have plenty of space for them. So they'll all be able to roam freely in there. We'll light it up real well. We'll put a few lanterns down. So it'll be nice. It'll be a nice little getaway from them. They'll be able to spread out. That's why we're doing it. We're making it nice for him. Nice, calm, relaxing. That's all we really want. That in there. That in there. That. Why do I have the dandelion? We no longer need that. Let's throw the sand in here. That. Alright, alright. So, I don't know why. I'm just so excited to work on this village. As you can see it, we're going to build up a little building there, a little building here. Oh, it's going to be nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. Might need to extend it out and expand it a little bit down the line, but it'll be good. So, we're going to go. I need buckets. You know, they say, when you remember everything. Hey, Amaretida, it's all good. We're just building away. When you forget everything, or the mythical, when you remember everything, it cuts down your building time significantly. We should probably grab lighting. Yeah, so right now, oh, that's gonna look good. Just got an idea of how we're gonna do that. Oh, it's gonna look good. Fences. I want a lot of fences. Yeah, so right now we are working on. So we started it out. We went and looked for turtle eggs. Then we went and collected sand and gravel, and now we are working on our little village. We're working on it. We're building out like the garden section, so like we need a place for the turtles to be safe, where their eggs won't get smashed down by zombies or anything like that. So we're working on that. I know it's like, oh, we're building them into a cliff. Well, I don't think the zombies are going to fall from the cliff, are they? That'd just be straight mad. But, so we're going to go like this. We're going to fill it in with the sand that we got to make a beach area. That'd be mad. And then we're also going to go in here. We're going to come here. Lay down some glowstone to go underneath the water. We're going to do a little... no, we won't do water over there. Like this. Because we want to make a nice, livable habitat for him, right? And like that. Go here. Take that out. Perfect. Yeah, I'm excited. Excited for it. I say excited a lot if you haven't caught on by now. Wonderful. Great, we're liking that. Now, since we have that little end cut, it's going to take all the water and go there with it, isn't it? Wonderful. We now have a source block there. We can now use this. Like that. No! No, that's not what the Elmo voice is supposed to do. The Elmo voice is supposed to be happy thoughts. Sorry, I gotta check something real quick. Okay. Perfect. Reloaded that. Yeah, I really did not. I don't like that you don't like the Elmo voice. Like, it's like what? It would be nice. It'd be a lot nicer if you just liked it. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna be like, you need to like it in order to follow the stream. But yeah, it is what it is. Really? It gave you nightmares though? Like that stinks. I wish it didn't. I guess it didn't give you nightmares. It made you look in the closet a little bit more and made you not be able to fall asleep that way. So yeah, here we go. We'll come in here with vines and we'll vine it all up and it'll be cool. I'm excited. So come here with fence gates. And the reason we're doing this here. Oh no. The reason why we're doing this here is so it's in the garden, right? So essentially what we want, if it's in the garden, is for it to look or not look or okay, think, how do I want to say this? How do I want to say this? Is to give life to the garden. Like, yeah, we can have a garden that's like all this different things, but this is Minecraft. We're kind of limited on the plants we have that we can put into the garden. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we could. There's a lot of people that are incredible at making gardens in Minecraft. I am not one of those people. So we're working within our skill house, right? So, like this. And I don't know what it is about zombies that love stomping on turtle eggs. I just wish they didn't all the time. Like it'd be just cool if you didn't. Like, dude, really? You think you're cool for stomping on turtle eggs? You're not. Yeah. So we'll go get a bit more of the oak fence gate. Ow. Since they're just poor villagers, they can't afford the dark oak. And this is obviously not a state-run garden, but somebody's own home garden. They decided to donate. That sounds really bad. Like this town we're building here isn't happy about gardens. Like it's like, nah, we don't need turtles. Nope, we don't need any fancy wildlife whatsoever. Nope, no, they like it. They like it. Don't get me wrong, they like it. So if we go like this, what we're gonna do is actually just light up the backside of this mountain. Or yeah, we're just gonna light up the backside of this mountain. That's what we're gonna have to do. Because again, I want to protect the turtles, save the turtles. I will have a fancy garden one day. Yes, hopefully. Hopefully one day the garden is all really fancy. Will that be a way down the road? I believe so. But then again, we're building stuff like that, and it's like it's looking good, and I'm like, ah! Don't tell I can't read. But I think the trim on the other side is really nice. So we're gonna leave it for a while. We're gonna leave it for a while and go from there. So yeah, that's my thought on it. Yeah. So for now, yeah, I got the sniffles again. Like that's just not going away yet, and it's like, would you just go away? It'd be so much nicer if I just didn't need to sniffle. So I'll take the turtle eggs. You don't know how to keep a secret? I'm good at keeping secrets. Why isn't everybody? It is what it is. Yeah, just this entire area, the important thing is to make sure it stays lit, like, all the time. And I don't know if you heard it, but we're gonna call this area the Turtle Den. And I'd love to be really good at banners to the point where it's like we can actually like legit just straight up call it the Turtle Den. Or like we can put up banners and it'll say the Turtle Den above it on the banners. So that's the plans for it. We're gonna put in glowstone to help naturally light it, like give it that nice natural look of light coming from underneath of it. I think I'm talking the wrong way. Goodness me. I need to grab a drink real quick. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Alright. That should fix it. I should be good. I should be good. I'm not gonna die. Don't worry. It's not like when I'm at work where I go, oh no, I'm dying. No. When you like what you're doing, you don't say stuff like that. So I'm not going anywhere. At least on my own accord. If I can help it, I'm not going anywhere. So you know, that might not be the most intelligent spot to have a fence cooked up to. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start our turtle hatchery. Now we wait. Kidding, we're not going to wait around for the turtles. What? I don't know about you, but I think turtles are pretty cool. Like the sea turtles, snapping turtles are terrifying. But sea turtles are they're nice. I don't need the cobblestone. I'm going to come to regret that decision. Let's just go empty out what we don't need. I'm going to get a bit more seagrass so that way we can actually, like... The small ones are scary too? What? The little baby ones? Are you talking, like, specifically in Minecraft? Because... Why? When they grow up, they give you this little thing called squid, and it's so cute. Let's see. Yeah, the Minecraft ones are awesome. Oh, what's his name? Crash from Finding Nemo. He's a pretty cool turtle. No, but real life ones can be. Snapping turtles are like straight up monsters. What am I looking for? Shears, which I'm pretty sure are in my ender chest. That or in that chest or in that shulker box that's just full of nothing. Just straight up full of nothing. No, that's not there. Yep, they're there. I guess it's not nothing, but it's not a lot. It's all good. It's all good. Right there. So, um, yeah. There's one thing in my life that I've come to know is snapping turtles. Like they like play up like, oh yeah, look at all the cute turtles. Snapping turtles though are terrifying. Like if you run up on a fully grown snapping turtle, it's gonna hurt. And I live in snapping turtle area in the country, and it's like, no. Like we've had snapping turtles around here, so. But they can. Like I would love to see like a sea turtle. I think that'd be really cool. The little turtles that you see like in the water, like the little tiny ones are cool, but snapping turtles are just no. That's a no for me, dog. Um, that those are just no. Those would hurt. And they show so like I don't know if you ever watched. You probably didn't. Because this was I was in high school at the time. Um, Animal Planet. They had a guy called the Turtle Man. My little brother was obsessed with the Turtle Man, but he would go around catching animals, protecting animals, and he was called the Turtle Man because he would catch sea turtles, or not sea turtles, snapping turtles. And he's like, I love catching snapping turtles. No, that's gonna be a nah for me, dog. Can only rest during night. Da da da. So, what we're gonna do? I'm gonna take the elevator. Nope, that didn't work. I wish that would have worked. That would have been really cool if it would have worked. Da, 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 da. So we'll have this coming off here. We gotta take this peel down just in general. As we extend this out this way, we're gonna take this down. And this will help like loop us around the district. No, I'm designing this to have villagers in it. Like I want this to be full of life. Like a lot of the other builds, since they're really complex and out in the open, it's gonna be really hard to like have villagers walking around, but I have always loved the idea of having a village, like making a village for villagers. Just because it's like the Minecraft ones are kind of bland, and if we do this right, if we have it like where we can lock all the villagers in a certain area, we will be able to we will be we will be able to um have it where they don't like how would I say it? How would I say it? We could have raids and they'd be fully protected. I think that yeah, that's how I want to say that. Yeah. Give me a second here. I gotta set something up. Um, where is it? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, so this will be like a walled off area. We'll probably put in some sort of redstone door. Like I want this to be a good size area. Don't get me wrong. Like I want it when you're in here to not be able to really notice the wall. Like unless if you're near the wall, then you'll notice the wall, but if you're not near the wall, you're not going to notice it. That's the reason why we're going this big on some of these things is it loses its like it's not really a village but a prison if it doesn't have this feel of it's open, we can walk around in this area. So, yeah. It's definitely going to be a open enough to walk through and like feel like you're in a village. Like I yeah, it's a secret prison. It's a secret prison. Shh. They're gonna have jobs and they think they're gonna be contributing to society, but they're not really gonna be. But yeah, this is also gonna take just. I have explosives. I don't get why I'm not cutting down mountains with explosives. Like, should never like use tools to do mass excavation ever again when I don't need the things that I mass excavate. Like, really. I don't want this hill here anymore. Well, guess what? Boom. Let's hope this doesn't do too much damage. Works. We can cover that up. That works. Perfect. But yeah. As I sit here blowing stuff up. We're gonna have this whole village. I'm not just doing this like to be weird, like I'm not bored, it's like there's more fun ways than digging to excavate stuff, so that's like my thought process behind it. Like that was legit cool. Like we're taking this hill down and it's going a lot quicker than it would normally because we're using our tools. All of them. And just so happens, I prefer to mine with the bow and TNT. It's like we don't need this stuff. We don't need the dirt. So we can just explode it. So. Yeah. That's what my plan is. We'll shuttle all of the villagers into it from here. I think we're just about done. I might close off that end there and the villager hall because I really can't think of any other villagers I really need to put in there. Like, why am I trying to go to sleep? Like the most I will put in there is probably going to be armorers, but that's iffy. Oh, jeez. I felt that one coming. I felt that one coming from a mile away. Ooh. So, yeah. It's kind of like yesterday where we just blew everything up. It's like things are going to get messier before they get pretty, but once they get pretty, they're going to be pretty. You know, I really need to put a fence on this. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, are you guys about ready to hatch? What if I give you this? Nope, that's not going to do nothing. It is a secret prison, but with turtles. With turtles. So. Oh, that would stink so bad. So we have this little circle here encompassing the rose or the poppy. So, but yeah. If I had accidentally blown one up, it probably would have been a bad day. But we didn't, so it's a good day. It's a good day. Okay. While we're waiting on that to grow, I think we're going to go up a little bit on here. Because we have the power to do so. Whoops. Goodness me. We're going to go up on this right like so. Nope. Now, we don't want to go too high with this, because what we're going to do then is once we reach a level, we're going to bring it in one. We're going to make sure we don't mix our colors, because if we mix our colors, it's going to look weird. So, let's see how that feels. Yeah, say that's about a third of the height, right? It's about a third of it. So we'll go up again. Make sure we get all of our resources from here. Boom. I replace blocks repeatedly. And I'm trying to do it for a living. Not. I couldn't hope to be a famous Minecraft streamer one day. But that's not the goal, so it's all good. And I messed that up. I don't know. So, I don't know if you've watched it yet, but the Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out today. It's kind of like I'm still out on it. Like I feel like it has potential. It's just the first episode was slow. And I get that you got new characters you got to introduce, but it just felt slightly slow. And I don't want that. Like I will say there was a moment where I went, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh, nope, that's that." Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That would make sense. Why would you do that other thing with this character now? But yeah. I don't know if you've watched it yet, but it's like there's so much they could do and they amped it up so much in the trailer. And with how it started, it was kind of like, okay, get it, but at the same time, it's like, why? I need to go up one more on these. One more level. Nope. But I'm sure by the third episode, we'll have that really likable character like Jimmy Woo from WandaVision that everybody will gravitate towards and go, yay! Right? That's how these things are working, right? I'm gonna need more of that, aren't I? I am. So, you know what might be a brilliant idea? Scaffolding. White concrete powder, please. I'll go with more of that, but yeah. Click that a second too early. Yeah. Are you talking Bucky and the Winter Soldier? Because, yeah, there are a lot of them. They really haven't added a character that's like really likable yet. Like, there's even some characters where it's like they're trying to set it up like, yeah, this is also a good guy, but at the same time, it's like, are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm fine with Bucky. Like, I like Sam and Bucky. I'm excited to see what they can do. It's just there were so many characters that they introduced that it was kind of like, really? Really? Like, they were even kind of. I don't want to say they were trying to make the Sam's sister, like, unlikable, but at the same time, it's like, with what they had her saying and doing, it was kind of like she was a bad guy in a way. Here's Sam trying to do good, and it's like, no, no, she's just going, no, it's not gonna work. But in reality, it's like she was just looking at the situation that Sam wasn't accustomed to. So I will say there is a part of me that's hoping they take it in a Forrest Gump manner, like if Bubba hadn't died in the war. That's just me though. Like I'm just thinking about that. It's like that'd be so funny. I would love it. I think that would be really interesting. But yeah. Premium content. I know. There's so much pressure on him, and it's like, and it's like, for them to be there to be so much pressure on him, like obviously, with how Endgame ended, there was the thought of like, okay, now we have a new Captain America, and you got Sam just going, really? I don't know if I can do it. I don't know what what I'm capable of. It's like, no, it's really like a time for new heroes. It's like you can't look at the same person all the time. And then they just go, meet your new one. It's like, ah. Which I don't really feel like that's a spoiler of any sorts because they have U.S. Agent as plain as day in the trailers. So it's kind of like when people talk about that, it's like, oh, that's really not a spoiler to like have U.S. Agent. Do I think it's a little surprising that they introduced him this early? Yeah. But I also felt like if they're gonna have a Rhodey cameo, it's gonna be early on. It's not gonna be late. Like if they're already talking about it, it had to be early. They're like, yeah, we got a Rhodey's cameo. Words. Cameo. Cameoing in it. So, like, if he's doing that, or if they're mentioning it already, it's like, yeah, he's already in there. But yeah, because I don't know why, but I'm getting the feel that this is gonna be Bucky um and Sam on the run again. Like I don't want it to be like that, but at the same time, that's just kind of the feeling I'm getting. Like if they're introducing U.S. Agent, is and Bucky already, we've already seen Sam with the shield. So if they're already introducing Agent, there's like really no way that um they're on the same side, right? Like that's like how could you be like, oh yeah, they're fighting on the same side? Are they really though? Like how could you explain that? Like how could you explain that? Like, oh yeah, they're fighting on the same side. They're not. Like that's how it's gonna wind up being. It's like really, I'm afraid that the series is gonna be a one note. Like it's gonna be the same note as Captain America, the Winter Soldiers, stuff like that. It's like that just spawned right in. That is funny. And that's my biggest concern is, and that's like why I kind of have concerns about this first episode. I'm really worried that this is just going to turn into notes, like one note at a time, same note all the time. I know where to get a red sand, so I don't need you. Oh, think you're a tough guy, huh? Think you're a tough guy, huh? That llama does not care. I'm excited to see what they do with the characters. Don't get me wrong, but if this just turns into like the same notes over and over again, like you have Sam standing up to do what's right, taking on a mantle he doesn't feel comfortable taking on, like kind of similar to Captain America, where it's like, are you really sure I should be the one to get the serum? Oh yeah, you should be the one. Oh my gosh, can I land this? Um, yes, I specifically chose you for this serum. Like in that way, it's like it's just gonna be repetitive, and I don't want that. It's like I don't think anybody does. But yeah, so that's my concern with it. Like, I hope it does well. I want it to do well. But if this turns into, first couple of episodes, Sam decides to take up the mantle. Next couple of episodes, they go, okay, something's wrong here. This isn't right. They start fighting against what the government's decisions are. And then last couple of episodes, they're on the run, and at the end, they acquit themselves. It's going to be like, is it really? Like, it's essentially the Captain America trilogy plus Endgame thrown in there, where it's like, okay. And that's what my concern is that they don't go original with it. Like, I would love it much more if, like, they reach the conclusion that Bucky needs to fight. In order to regain his sanity, he needs to fight on the side of good. And then it comes out, like, later on, as they're doing all these missions, they keep on getting, like somehow whoever they're taking on keeps on getting tipped off that in some way that's how US Agent is revealed to be, like, a bad guy. Like, I would love that so much more than this potentially on the run, running from everybody sort of thing. Oh yeah, here's one guy that they're all supposed, or like they're fighting, but oh no, they met up with him and they revealed that, hey, actually we're on the good side and they are trying to set all this stuff up. It's like, that'd just be so one-notey. I don't know if I'm ranting about it right now, but I feel like I kind of am. Yeah, like, this shouldn't be Steve Rogers' Captain America. This should be Sam Wilson's Captain America. So I need to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, it needs a unique story. If it doesn't have a unique story, it's going to, people are going to go, well, I was kind of disappointed with it. And the reason I'm doing this, since we doubled up on that side, we'll double up on this side, double up on that side. That's the reason why we're doing it like this. Is to keep that uniform pattern going. God, imagine if I was doing this like early on. I would be hurting and I would be almost dead. I probably would have died. But nope, here I am. So I would like to see, like, I almost feel like having Don Cheadle in it this early though too is kind of like a, oh, he's already been in it. He won't be back. Nah, if you're gonna have him build to play in the movie or in the series, I think you do more than one episode. Like, I think Don Cheadle is gonna become a part of it. Like, War Machine is gonna become a part of the series just as much as them, just not in the same role. So, like, if they take that route where they go on the run again and maybe take War Machine with them this time, I don't think they would take War Machine with them. But where it's like all of a sudden you have War Machine almost trying to play Peacemaker with them. Like the government sends him in to like try to make sense, and they convince him, hey, no, actually something's really messed up here. That wouldn't be so bad, but I hope it's like they come through missions messing up. That something's not right here. Bucky needs to fight in order to just work through his trauma and make him feel good about himself. Because he's doing this thing where it's like, okay, here's all the people I've wronged. Well, he could be dealing with this trauma of, I've been fighting on the wrong side for so long. How could society ever accept me? And it comes down to the conclusion that, hey, you need to fight for the good guys. Oh, that's gonna look so good. Why? How am I doing this stuff? I think this is gonna be a great centerpiece, don't you think? I can't read really had a good idea with the make a tower in the center of it. Well, initially it was a lookout tower, but the tower is gonna look good. I'm excited. Let's see if our turtles have grown, or if they've hatched. Turtles, have you hatched? I understand. No, they haven't hatched yet. Oh. Let's take one. Let's take one. God, I don't like that sound. Let's take one. Put it out here. Boom. Wow, like that. I don't know if they need to be next to water. It's just like I feel like that's one of those weird rules. They're like, yes, they need to be next to water. They're not next to water. It don't work. Why? Why? Okay, whatever. Whatever. That be that. Even though there's a high likelihood that it just reset the timer on it. Powering up. That was weird. That was weird. That was just weird. Whatever I just did was weird. Nothing about that was normal. And that was Tim Toolman Allen I just heard in that. So let's see. This is really relaxing right now. Yeah, there's always that little quirky part of it. You know, when we start talking like this, it just makes it weird. You're right. You're right. You right. You right. No. Hey Gunner, how's it going? Cal, I don't know if the time change has messed you up at all, but for me it has. Like it's still light out, and I'm sitting here going, "Oh, the stream starts in 30 minutes." Oh, like with starting the streams all the time when it was dark out, it was like, okay, get in this rhythm. It gets dark, we start streaming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, it's 6:30. It's 6:30 and it's still light out. Oh, I gotta start getting ready for the stream, but it's still light out. Yeah, but we gotta start getting ready for the stream, but it's light out. It's been weird. Like getting adjusted to the time change is. I wish we didn't do it, but at the same time, it's like we're the part of the country where they're like, it's necessary for the farmers. Is it? Is it? I really don't think it is. I like how we've been doing this for so long in this one spot that grass has been able to spawn underneath there. Because fun fact, water will get rid of glass or grass. It will get rid of grass. It's weird, but it will. How it works, I don't know. Will I ever know? Probably not. So, we come over here. You take Jimmy Woo out. Take care of that. So, I'm liking it so far, though. I'm liking it so far. We gotta get our fireworks box out. So, what we'll do is we'll take it up to our third inset. Yeah. Well, that's the one where it's like really like everything is just gonna go crazy. So like I was watching New Rockstars. I don't know if you've watched them ever, but they were just going off on like how WandaVision could have Mephisto in it, like all this weird stuff, and it's like, nah, I don't feel like this is gonna be the series where they do that. Like I think even if it stayed the same, there wasn't gonna be, or like if their release schedule had stayed the same, there wasn't gonna be much difference in the story. Mm, we'll do glass in here. That's what we'll do here. Like I don't think there was gonna be much difference in the story if they had like how would I put that? How would I, like the story would still be the same story, just with a few extra details that are a bit more out there. If they had had Wanda like release after Black Widow, stuff like that, I just don't think it would have been to the levels like, oh yeah, we're introducing Mephisto. Like, I don't think it was going to be that, like in any way. Just with the timing of everything, and they didn't want to freak out fans too much at the beginning. They cut a few of the weird things, but because there was like an after scene, like where they were like, yeah, we're actually gonna have it where like the bunny was Agatha's familiar. It's like, well, that would have been interesting, but at the same time, it would have slowed the pace down of the scenes. It would, like the thought of it is a good idea, but at the same time, it's like it would just the pacing of it would have just made it off, or would have just thrown it off. Like imagine if I missed that one time. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But on the bright side, I think we will have enough of everything to complete this. I think. And then yeah, we'll come through, and what we'll do is so this will be like our top platform, and then so this will be our top platform. We'll probably have like a spire going up or something, and this will be like kind of our lookout point. And then we'll do glass all the way up the sides here, so you can see people going up and down it. It'll be really cool. But no, I am Loki's gonna be the one where like it's just gonna be off the walls. Like that is like the most that series is gonna be the most open for the really weird, really intriguing storylines. That and I'm excited to see Owen Wilson in the MCU. I don't know why. I just am. I've been an Owen Wilson fan for a while, but I'm excited. Like the way they've been going with these shows has been very, very meta. I guarantee you, Owen Wilson is gonna say "wow" about like 15 times. Like every time, like Loki does something just weird, he's gonna go "wow." Like that's gonna be it. Like with how meta they were in WandaVision, and then they like basically directly called out like all these theorists and all that, like the super nerds who looked way too far into things in this first episode with Sam going, "Yeah, yeah, that's not true. You need to stop believing everything you hear or see." With how they called them out, I guarantee you, so Owen Wilson is just sitting there going, "Wow," in like major parts. Like that's gonna be like just a really meta joke where it's like really serious, and then he's just gonna go, "Ow." However, he does his wow, and it's gonna pull you out of the situation. I like it. I like it a lot. Can we have another? Like this is without the glass in there. What this kind of looks like is some sort of cannon. God, you know, I hate to say this right now, but I like this better than the pillars. I hate to say this right now because it's like we're early enough in that build where we could go and replace it. But I like this better than the pillars. Like we could go replace the pillars with these. I truly do believe, and it would look good. Like we've already done all those pillars, but we're also not that far into it. Like I feel like though, I think it works. This works. This works, and this works. We'll leave it, but I do really like this. Like those tones together, it works. Just how do we cap it off? How do we cap this off? Well, first we gotta land back up there, obviously. All right. So we'll build up our platform here, like this. If you truly feel like it, do it. Do you know how much work that's gonna be? I like the pillars though. The other pillars I think will be just fine. I think changing it up now might be a bit excessive. Like, oh yeah, we made this look good here. It might not necessarily translate though. That would be the major concern. Is if it doesn't translate, then it's kind of like, well, why did we change it then? This is going to be a rather small observation tower, but like standing room wise, but at the same time, it'll work. And we'll take the dirt elevator down. Who do I think is the strongest Avenger? I think that is a kind of a loaded question. Um, it depends on how you define strongest. Like, there. Oh no. Like, I do think there is a case to say if you go to straight, pure, brute strength, I think it comes down to the Hulk. But I think that Thor, the way he is now versus the way that Hulk is now, might be stronger. But I think it is just a battle between the Hulk and Thor for strength. But that being said, if you open it up to where it's like, no, we're not just counting physical strength, we're counting like actual like physical capabilities, stuff like that, it opens the door for so many more. Like I think Wanda, and this is kind of like saying with what they said, Wanda is the strongest Avenger, not necessarily because she's it's because of what she's done so far. She's torn a hole in reality. In a lot of ways, she has. She created her own reality based on what we've seen. If she can control people's minds in that sense of strength, like if getting hurt in any way, she would have to be the strongest. But in pure physical strength, it would have to be somebody like Hulk. But with combining the brain and the brawn, I do feel like they lowered the strength of Hulk in the sense that Hulk by himself without Banner is pure rage and pure I am going to punch this as hard as I can. And with adding in Banner, all of a sudden Banner's thinking about the punch. Banner isn't just throwing the punch. Banner is now adding in that human element of thinking about it and Even though he might not consciously be doing it, he is pulling his punches. But yeah, I think it's, and that's why I say I think it's Thor. If you go based off of like the strong Hulk and him, because Thor has had his conscience and his strength side by side the entire time. Yeah, like I don't doubt that he'd be powerful. It's just his human side is gonna pull the punches sometimes. Like that's a reality you just have to come to deal with. Is the punches are gonna get pulled, and there's nothing that people can do about it. Like Banner could say, "Well, no, I'm not pulling punches." Well, he is somewhat subconsciously is. Like if he's going in trying to save somebody, he's gonna pull punches, whereas Hulk on his own doesn't pull his punches. And they so exactly. Like that's what made the Hulk so powerful is he didn't hold back. In giving him a conscience, yes, it makes him really smart and really strong, but at the same time it makes him slightly weaker. I put the brain and the brawn together. And then the brawn lost a little bit, but the brain didn't lose anything. Shh, don't tell the Hulk. But we don't use the full power all the time. Why not? I meant to do that. I meant to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I was just hoping I had landed on the white thing. In the center there. Because this is gonna... Goodness me! If I could just stop coughing, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, it's like... I say it's like a lot. I need to turn that into concrete. Actually, I'm just going to do this. And I would also say because we've... Oh, what the heck? Like, nothing against Carol Danvers, but maybe a little bit against Carol Danvers. I don't think she's the strongest one. Like, she hasn't caught Thor on a good day. Yeah. I saw that too, and it's like, really? Why does that have to be the Debbie Downer of the day? But at the same time, it like kind of makes sense. It's like that would just be weird if it was the same one. But the thing is, there's been no like memory retention. So it's kind of like, yeah, that actually might be the case where it's like, yeah, that's a new one. It's just straight up a new one. So the reason I'm doing this is so that I don't have to deal with redoing it or like mining them and placing them. Since they're all standing on top of each other, it's not a big deal. And we go like that, and we're done. That entire spire is now fully done. Boom, right like that. Wonderful. So, what we're going to do now, and build up with the gray concrete. I'm actually going to take this out. Right like this. And I think that's just part of like knowing characters, like giving them development. That's narrow. But this isn't meant for... Okay, so we're good, we're good. Yeah, so we'll just do this. Because you go in one way to go up, and you go in another way to go down, right? Well, that would be a way to incorporate this all together. Yeah, but doesn't that... And I've been thinking, once I read that, I went, that actually is like for people not to think about that. Like that's how it is with them. It's kind of like that actually makes a lot of sense why it's like that because of how Rocket has been treating Groot. Like if Rocket and or if Groot was still Groot, like from like the original Groot, he'd be acting far different than what he is now. And I think Rocket would be acting way different than what he is now. Like Rocket has very much so taken up that standpoint of I am now Groot's father. I need to take care of Groot because of Groot. Like Groot protected his life, therefore I'm gonna protect his child. Almost like that. That's. I think it's about to hatch. 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 Is it about to hatch? I feel like it's about to hatch. Is it gonna hatch soon? No, but like just that's the entire thing, and every time Rocket has lost Groot in some way, it's been absolutely heartbreaking. Like it was very much so in the first Guardians of the Galaxy when he lost him. It was you could feel it was like a brother losing a brother kind of relationship with how Rocket was so cold to everybody else, and then all of a sudden Groot's doing this, and he's going, "Oh," and then you almost feel like that parent grief as he's seeing Groot just disappear. And then he also in that final battle in Endgame goes to shield Groot as that big whatever that thing is comes crashing down on him right before it turns to dust. It's like seeing that as that development where it's brothers by friendship and relationship to father to my brother's son or to my friend's son. And just seeing it like that just makes it all like so much more personal, and I think seeing it like that adds to the characters, which I think is awesome. I love it. Like I love thinking about that, and like when they think about stuff through stuff like that, where it's like they keep these consistencies that help build the characters up like this, where everybody is like Rocket's just a pain. That's what Rocket is. Like it's hatching, it's hatching, it's totally hatching. Um, but it's like okay, in reality, Rocket's just in a different mindset than what they think he is. Rocket's also like considering. Okay, so you got to think about it. I'm writing a book, so I'm thinking about these things. Like, how does this all connect? And I'm sorry, but it's like it just makes the story so much more interesting if you think about all this stuff. It's like, and it is sad, but that's the point. It's like to feel something, to feel some emotion and some beauty of it all. Like that moment after the battle when he has Groot back, that joy Rocket must have felt. Like the battle's over, the battle's won, and there's Groot in his arms again, and he. I know. Like they build him up where he's this hard, this no emotion sort of character. He's always angry and all that stuff, but I guarantee you, Rocket cried. I guarantee it. Like there is no way he did not cry tears of joy. but it is essentially, and they really did like just straight up say it when uh him and Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy's Volume 2, him and Yondu were going back and forth, and Yondu went, "You are me, boy." Like there was so much in like that Yondu was seeing, where Yondu knew that he was treating Groot the same way that, or he was looking at Groot the same way that Yondu looked at Quill. So I know it's sad, but at the same time, it just makes the story that much better. And it's like, I'm sorry if it's sad, but at the same time, it's just so cool. And I just tossed my rockets. Where did I toss my rockets? There are my rockets. I wish I could talk about my book like we're talking about this stuff because this is how I want to talk about my book. It's like all this like really interwoven and really in detail stuff. And it's like it's cool to build a story that like as you watch it over and over again, you start to see the interrelationships of everybody. It's like so that's the other thing. So I was rewatching um I've been rewatching a lot of the Marvel stuff recently. But there's a sense that I get that Nebula learned that the reason why they had a bad relationship, her and Gamora, was not because of Gamora, but because of how Nebula kept on holding her feelings against Gamora. So I think she used that in Endgame. Like she thought about that when Gamora came to break her out, and she's like, "I'm breaking you out of here," and she was like, "What are you doing?" It's like, oh, Nebula from this timeline understood that Gamora didn't have the same feelings. Like, if she would try to be a sister to Gamora, Gamora was gonna go, "Yeah, actually, we're on the same side," which Nebula had learned through Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That in a lot of ways, it was Nebula who was holding on to the anger and pain and all that, who was making this toxic relationship continue. I don't know. I love it. I love that sort of stuff within movies. Like like that's what adds to rewatchability is understanding the characters. Yeah. I know it feels like it's getting really sappy really fast, and I don't intend it to be like that, but that's just how it's going. But yeah, it's just cool, you know. I think the white stained glass is gonna look really good in here, though. I could be totally wrong though, so there's that. But I think it will. I think it will. Oh my gosh, my voice is bottoming out. I love it. Um, they left the door open for that one. I think I feel like she will. The issue is It's the same thing as uh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's like, are they going to play the same drum? If they play the same drum, it's going to be like, well, what's the point of the storyline? Well, you gotta. Well, Peter has to make Gamora love her again. Love him again. It's like, no, really, not really. Like, there is a sense of like, once you play a drum, especially in this series, it's like you can't play it twice. Like they already gave the payoff of um oh, they got together and they were in a relationship. It's like how in a sitcom, like I don't know if you've ever watched it, but How I Met Your Mother, where it was like, okay, they were together. Ted and Robin were together. They weren't together. They were together. They weren't together. Okay, well, Barney and Robin got married. Well, then they got divorced, and now Ted's like, "Hey kids, can I go marry Robin since your mom died?" Oh, it's that kind of irked me. But it is like that thought process of like, you've already played this drum 15 times. This is not how it should end. Like the arc that they would take with Peter and Gamora, unless if they went, Peter, you gotta let her go. Unless if they did that, which is really like the only arc they could realistically take. That it's not gonna amount to much. Like, and we are completely out of fuel. Wonderful. Oh wow, we are really like not doing well on food. Why is it so weird? Okay. Um. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Doubly whoa. Uh. Okay. So what? Okay. Yeah. Like that's really the only way they can take it, and it's like, is that really the thing you want? Like everybody to remember Peter Gamora for is like this just never ending loop. Oh, we gotta go find her, dude. That's not the same Gamora. Like the reason they joined together was to stop Ronin. Like this other Gamora is like, why would I join you? Well, because of this reason. It's like, dude, she doesn't need to. There is no reason for this Gamora to be like, well, yeah, I guess I'll join you guys. Like, there's nothing there that says that she needs to. It's just one of those things where it's going to be like, really? Is that really how you're trying to sell this? Like, I get it. Like, love triangles or romances sell movies, but it's like, once Peter, or not Peter, no. Once Tony and Pepper were together, they were together. Like, yeah, they mentioned, well, we're on a little bit of a break right now, but they the reason why they sidelined the relationship was for that movie. Like if they had that relationship going on, it was going to gum down the movie. It's like, well, we got to have Tony all of a sudden meeting them. Yeah, that there is a lot of it that just feels forced. And that's where it's like you just gotta let it go. Like, why is he going after Gamora? Oh, because he loves her. Well, this is a different Gamora. It's different. It's not the same. No matter how much Quill wants it to be the same, it's not going to be the same. And I get it. There are a lot of love stories out there where the wife had amnesia and learned to love the husband again. But if Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is like main storyline and the other half is Peter just constantly chasing after Gamora, it's gonna gum down the movie. Because I think you have a lot to explore with Drax, and then you're throwing Thor on top of it, possibly. So, like, you have so many characters that you can explore with it. It's like, why would you gum down the movie for that? For something that's tired, something that's been gone through. Oh, well, he lost his father, and then his real father, and then his daddy, and his mom, and then he lost Gamora. Guess what? Thor has lost his brother, his parents. It's like, yeah, you just got to build through it. It's like, you can't go, well, now he gets to fix it because what stops Thor? All of a sudden, you fix that relationship because she came back through the time thing. Well, what's stopping Thor from fixing it? What's stopping Pepper? What's stopping Wanda? And it's just like, it's just gonna slow everything down. It's gonna take away from any possible real story you can tell. And that's just my general issue with the MCU or like Marvel and the DCEU, whatever you want to call it, DC Comics, is they have these different timelines, and it's like, well, they reach through this timeline and this alternate universe, and it's like, yeah, you need things to be finite. And I think the movies would have this very unique chance and opportunity where it's like, well, we're finite out of necessity, right? Because you can draw cartoon characters the entire, like, forever, right? You can draw them for forever, but there's only one RDJ, there's only one Chris Evans, there's only one Chadwick Boseman, and there is a sense where it needs to be finite. Like, yeah, the thought of all these intercrossing universes is cool and all, but at the same time, it cheapens everything. If Quill gets Gamora back, what stops anybody else? It's like that's the biggest question. It's like, and I like how WandaVision. I don't know if I liked how WandaVision did it. Like, as long as there's consequences for it in WandaVision, it's fine. Like where we see Wanda's going through the Grimmold and or whatever it's called. Grimhold, I think it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is called. And she's reaching through. It's like as long as there's a consequence for it, it's okay. But if it's like all of a sudden this, we're like, oh yeah, um, I'm about to end the stream. I'm just trying to finish this thought. Where anybody can go through a different time warp and all of a sudden get whoever they want back. That's what cheapens it. It's not the Wanda pulling her sons into the reality and like pulling stuff she didn't mean to into the reality into that reality, which has a consequence. It's the oh, we time jump back to here to grab this person, brought him back here, and there's no consequence. That's the issue. Now, do I think there could be an interesting dynamic where they visit that in Loki? Where like all of a sudden Loki's goal is to bring Gamora back to her timeline and Gamora and Quill's trying to stop Loki from doing that? That would be interesting. that could be interesting. Where like all of a sudden you have Quill trying to convince uh, Loki to let Gamora stay, and he got Gamora going, why would I go back to that timeline? And you got Loki who's sitting there on the whatever they're called, the TFA or whatever, going, no, you need to come back, otherwise stuff's gonna go really wrong. But that's the only possible way, and they would have to incorporate that into Loki, and I don't think they could incorporate that into Volume 3 for Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah. Anyways. Anyways. I think I'm gonna need to call it quits there for tonight. I got a dog currently weighing down my shoulder. I don't know if you can hear his breathing through the mic, but I'm gonna have to stop it there for the night. I think he's happy about that. I don't know why, but as always, thank you so much for coming out. I'm gonna put my dog down here for a second. Um, it has been a blast. See you next stream. We're streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. We'll be working more on this big monstrosity right here. I'm gonna AFK here overnight to get back up iron, so we can in the morning I can get a bunch of quartz for the build. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. You're awesome. Stay awesome. Remember, you are loved through everything. Have an awesome night. Have an awesome weekend. Make sure you rest, recuperate, and get ready for the week ahead. But you're awesome. Stay awesome. See you next stream.